Hey everyone, it's Alice and welcome to May's Book Box Battle. So, if you haven't been on my channel before, you won't know what a book box battle episode is, but it's when we pit OwlCrate, Fairyloot, and Illumicrate against each other to see which box is the best one of the month. And last month's winner was OwlCrate, which means we're going to leave OwlCrate until last because that's what we always end up doing. And the box I was most disappointed in last month was Illumicrate. So we are going to start off with Illumicrate and then hopefully we will improve from there. So let us see what we've got in May's boxes. I know which book is in Illumicrate, and I think you will know as soon as I tell you what the prompt is, because the theme for this month is in the dark, and there's lots of moons and stars over there and it's very dark. So as normal I'll put the prompt card to one side, and then if I need to let you know what the fandom is or who the artist is, then I'll pick it up and I will have a look through. Puffy stuff. So we start off with a collectible teacup and saucer for Nyx, the Goddess of Night. I'm probably pronouncing that terribly wrong, but we're going to pretend that I'm not. So, it's very blue with some silver foil decoration. The face just looks a little bit kind of askew, so it's not my favourite art style, but I know a lot of people really love these collectibles. I'm just not a huge fan because the saucers and the teacups are a little bit too small for me. You can't really drink anything substantial in them, so I think they are mostly for decoration. And then the dish has a big silver moon and some little stars and a weird kind of double dot production error, which hopefully you'll be able to see on the close-up, which is a bit of a shame. But as I said, I'm not a huge fan of these anyway, so it is not the end of the world. And these are designed by Niall C. Grant. So that is the third, I think, in this set. I don't know how many they're doing, but they do them occasionally. We then have a notebook. How dark the night which stretched before us, yet ablaze with the light of the moon and stars, it felt as bright as day. And that's a quote by Sue Lynn Tan. And that is from Daughter of the Moon Goddess. So we will get this opened up and show you what it looks like on the inside, if I can get through the cellophane. Which is a no. That's why we have scissors. Aha! I will admit purple is my favourite colour, and the black sprayed edges do complement the purple very nicely, and I love the fact that the foil isn't just silver, it's this kind of beautiful opalescent foiling. So you get a few different colours in there as the sun reflects on it, which is a nice touch. It also has one of these stretchy holders that like holds it closed. Oh, you've also got like a little pouch pocket at the back there where you can put some loose bits in. And it's actually dot paper. I'm a little bit frustrated because the paper is black. And although that's kind of unusual, it does mean that like you'll have to buy either metallic markers or some kind of metallic gel pens for the writing to be actually able to show up, and that is not something that I think I have, and I have a large stationery collection, so it's like mildly frustrating because it feels like it's going more for the aesthetic over the ease of use, but it is very aesthetically pleasing. They have hit the mark with that one, and it's the first time I can think of a book box doing a bullet journal, so if bullet journaling is something that you are interested in, then this will definitely be a selling point. And that is designed by Blanca Design. Oh, it's a beautiful blackout journal is how they've described it. We recommend using white, metallic silver or metallic gold gel pens. Yeah, So, like, they could have put those in. That would have been a really nice touch. We then have something in a pouch. And it's a replica dagger, which I am not a fan of the decorative items. So a replica dagger is never going to be a fave for me. I will admit this is a cool dagger. It has wings and a moon and some blood already on it. So whoever wields this is quite clearly a badass. Let us have a look. It's the Gravebone dagger replica, which means it's from Nevernight by J. Christoph, and this is designed by Stacey McAvoy-Cornt. I still haven't read Nevernight, even though I've had it since the month it came out, so maybe I will read that one day and appreciate this replica dagger a little bit more. But at this point, I'm not a huge fan, because I have no need for it. We also have a little pouch, and again, these have the little Illumicrate stickers on with the new logo, so they're changing up all the branding. And in here we have a metal bookmark, which is designed by Danielle at dalandan.el, and I again have no idea what this is from. This is the Monstrous metal bookmark. It's inspired by Monstrous. I've never heard of Monstrous. I can't tell you who that's by. I can't tell you if that's like a TV show or a book. I will ask Sean to edit it on the screen somewhere, but I have legitimately never heard of Monstrous, so it's good that they're branching out into more unique fandoms, but again, that is not something that appeals to me personally. I'm not a huge fan of the little dangly bit either. There's a reason I don't use the enamel bookmarks that get included occasionally, and that's because I'm worried about them chewing up the pages on the books, and I feel like if you had this metal bookmark in with this dangling over the top, it might chew up the pages, and I don't really want to risk that because a lot of my books have sprayed or stenciled edges, so chewing those up would be very noticeable. So this isn't something that I will personally use, but at least it is a useful item rather than a decorative one. And then we've gotten down to the book. So let us see, because this is going to be Book of Night by Holly Black, and this is going to be my third copy, because I've ordered the OwlCrate one, which hasn't arrived yet. I'd already pre-ordered the Waterstones signed, and I recently got the Fairyloot adult box, and that was Book of Night as well. So I will link you to that unboxing, because I do show the Waterstones edition in there, so if you'd like to compare a few different editions of Book of Night, then that is something that you can do. And I am so thoroughly unsurprised to say that Illumicrate went with black sprayed pages, because so did Fairyloot. But their Book of Night is actually white and black, which is more interesting. The normal cover is kind of this dark navy blue colour, and Fairyloot went with black and gold. So the fact that Illumicrate have gone with white and silver is surprising, because most of the adult Fairyloot books have gone with a white colour scheme, so I would have been less surprised if this had been Fairyloot's edition. But it is very stark, it's very beautiful, it works very nicely with the black sprayed edges. It's probably my favourite cover out of the three that I've gotten so far. Oh, we've got some funky end papers too, with like this moon glowing in there, which is nice. We've got some foiling under the dust jacket that says Liber Noctem, which I'm guessing means Book of Night. And then we have a bound-in author letter with a digital signature as well. I will just see, yeah, we've got the same end paper at the back there. Oh, and there is foiling on the back cover. It says, Charlie Hall at her best when doing her worst. Whenever she tried to create something, it broke apart in her hands. But blowing something up, there, Charlie had an unerring instinct for greatness. Unerring. We will pretend I know how to pronounce all of the words that are coming up in this video. But yes, that is actually probably my favourite edition that I've gotten so far. I do like the Waterstones edition because it does have stenciled edges, but I'm loving the white on this, and it does look very interesting. So I'm actually glad that I stuck with getting this one. And the end paper artwork is by Ross Dottier. So that was a pretty mixed bag from Illumicrate. We had some of the decorative items that I'm not a fan of, but I did really like the customisations on that book. So they're in with a shot this month, I think, even if it is a teacup and saucer month. So we'll move on to Fairyloot, and we will see how they have done this month, and Fingers crossed it'll be a good box. Starting to feel nervous and I don't know why. So we have the spoiler card. Again, I won't look at this until I need to tell you about fandoms or artists. And then we'll dive straight in. So on the top here, we have a Celestial Kingdoms mug designed by Kudriakan. I'm going to guess this is inspired by Daughter of the Moon Goddess just because the box is giving me vibes of that cover. And it do be a mug with a very cool like sun and moon pattern on the bottom there with this gorgeous pale purple colour. You've got some stunning artwork of the characters around it, and it is Daughter of the Moon Goddess, so at least I can recognise some fandoms. That is very beautiful. I don't normally end up using the collectible mugs because I have 2 kids, so I'm always worried about them possibly breaking things. But that is a gorgeous mug, so that is one that I will be holding on to for the future. We then have hair scrunchies. Oh, that's an interesting choice. Oh, they're silk ones as well, so they shouldn't get your hair tangled around them. Ooh, inspired from Blood and Ash, apparently. So it says... Oh, I can't even read it. You're an absolutely stunning, wondrous little creature. It's a bit of a strange quote to have on a hairband, but I guess if people can't read it from a distance, you might not feel like you're bigging yourself up too much. But I don't think I've ever gotten scrunchies in a box before, and these are like nice big ones as well, so they'll work with people who have thick hair or thinner hair, so that's a nice thought. And these are designed by Katerina Book Designs. Puffy stuff. We then have a Stardust tea strainer designed by Blanca Design. And I don't really drink tea, but this could come in useful. Ooh! Oh, it's not like your traditional tea strainer. It's like wooden with the metal in the centre. Neither here nor there, but long ago. Ooh. That's inspired by The Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah. Not a book that I've heard of, but it's definitely an interesting item, definitely a useful item. I'm not sure how comfortable I would feel using it because I feel like you might end up staining the wood quite badly with the tea, but that actually might end up making it look nicer because it might give it a nice weathered design. So I will report back if I do decide to use this. But you know me, I like my useful items, so I'm glad to see that all of the items I've picked out so far have been useful. We then have, oh my god, okay, I don't even know what it is, I've just seen the words Red Rising and I'm here for it. Okay, I'm happy. Oh, Red Rising bottle opener! Oh, I don't really drink, but like I can start drinking soft drinks in glasses to use this. Designed by Jez Hawk. Oh, it's the sling blade, it's the sling blade, and it says Audentis Fortuna Juvat. And I can't remember what that means, but I like it. Probably Fortune favours the bold. Maybe? But it's stunning, and it's not even like that stunning, it's just a fucking bottle opener. But I love Red Rising! So thank you, Fairyloot, for... Oh my god. Okay, I'm happy with this. Oh, I don't even care. I could never use a bottle opener again in my life, and I would still keep that because it's Red Rising. And Red Rising is my fave. Red Rising will always be my fave. So, like, yay. More puffy stuff. And now... we've got, not the book. You thought it was going to be the book, but it's not. We have a little foiled bookmark or two. And this has a snaky person with some swords. So it looks like that's probably Loki. And we also have a little person with some like cat ears and some foiled petals. I'm a sucker for these bookmarks because I love the gentle foiling on them. I don't know who either of these people are, unless this is Loki, but I really do like the foiled, the gentle foiling just really appeals to me. So these are Loki and Kumio. So I was right that it was Loki. And these are by Grace Zoo Art. So these are, again, useful and beautiful. So I'm happy with that. Then we have the monthly tarot cards, and this month we have the Empress and the Hierophant. And these are designed by R28 and feature Bree, Sebastian and Finian from These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan, which I haven't read yet, but I do have and I am planning on reading soon. So hopefully I will soon know who these people are. But she is wearing a beautiful dress. That is a stunning dress. I'm quite jealous. So now it's book time. And I have no idea what this is going to be, but I can tell you, pale purple edges. And purple is my favourite colour, so we got purple edges, we've got a Red Rising bottle opener. I am having a whale of a time. And it is, oh, how funny, The Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah. So this is the book that inspired the tea strainer, which is probably why I haven't heard of it. I've got a feeling I've seen the original cover because it's got like red and orange, so it's like fire. I will get Sean to edit it on in case I'm right, because I think I've seen people talking about this, but I just didn't register what it was called or who the author was. But if I'm wrong, we will find out together when Sean has finished editing this video. But this is a very stunning cover. Definitely interested in it. Ooh, we've got pretty end papers. There's a girl in a marketplace. We've got foiling. There's a compass and some stars. And then I'm guessing we've probably got different end papers at the back. Yes, there's some people having a little conversation in a desert. So that's cool. And is this signed? It is signed. So, the foil on the hardcover. Ooh, foil on the front and the back. Oh yeah, neither here nor there, but long ago. Oh, so that's the same quote from the tea strainer. That's very cool. The foil is designed by art by Emmeline, and the artwork on the end papers is by Jocker. And there's also, an author letter, which is in here that I had missed. And there is artwork on here by art by Emmeline again. So definitely beautiful artwork. I'm interested to meet these characters. And then we've got the fairy scoop in there, and we've also got the monthly collectible bookmark. So not a book that I have heard of, but a book that I am interested in. Inspired by stories from 1001 Nights, the Stardust Thief weaves the gripping tale of a legendary smuggler, a cowardly prince, and a dangerous quest across the desert to find a magical lamp. Certainly something different. Like, that feels very different compared to a lot of the books that Fairyloot have been picking recently. So I'm glad that they've picked it up. I'm also wondering if it's a debut, because I do not recognise the author's name. It doesn't seem to say. Oh, but it is the first book in a trilogy, the Sandsea trilogy, book 1. I'm going to assume it's a debut because I can't see any other previous books mentioned. So, definitely cool. So it's kind of neck and neck at the moment. I think I prefer Illumicrate's book design more, but Fairyloot have those useful items and I'm a sucker for those, so I'm feeling a bit more drawn towards Fairyloot, but we will see whether OwlCrate are going to come and smash out of the park again, because they might be an instant winner. Come on, come on, come on. Scissors are not my friend. There we go. So, once again, we have the spoiler card that we're going to leave and do at the end. Puffy stuff. Oh, I am going to be giving this to my friend Gary because he is a huge fan of Lord of the Rings, and I've already said that these collectible bowl series are ones that he can have because I don't like Lord of the Rings and I don't have a need for collectible bowls. But this is the second in the collectible bowl Lord of the Rings series that OwlCrate are doing throughout this year. I think there's going to be 4 in total, so there's 1 a quarter. And let's see. Oh, okay, this is the Shire, and it says at the bottom, courage is found in unlikely places, and you've got some little hobbit houses And that's a really cute little repeating pattern that's very well designed. That is by Janine Lacour. So, not an item for me, because I'm not a huge fan of Lord of the Rings, but I do like the fact that they're using more classic fandoms. Again, it's a very useful item, and these will definitely really appeal to Lord of the Rings fans. It's just not the fandom for me. We then have the Literary Luggage Pin. This is the 5th out of 12, so they're doing 1 a month of these for a year, and these are designed by Hey Atlas Creative. And I'm excited because I love these things so much, and I can't wait to see where we're going this month. Oh, Terracen. I haven't heard of it. It's got a deer and a moon and a kind of lake or a path and some trees. And it's very purple and black, which is completely my aesthetic. And this is... oh, inspired by Throne of Glass, which I haven't read yet, but I will read eventually. So I will definitely be holding on to this until I've read that, and then hopefully I will love the fact that I've got the little location represented already. I don't know what it is about those pins, but I'm such a sucker for them. I really don't like pins all that much, but those little literary luggage pins, I eat them up. We then have something that must be inspired by a darker shade of magic, because I recognise that pattern. This is a beautiful wooden wall banner, designed with love by Michelle Gray. Oh, they did one of these before with like the cycles of the moon. Okay, it's spelling something. I don't know what. Oh, as Travars. That is to travel, I think. Yes, as Travars is to travel. And so, yeah, this is inspired by a dark shade of magic. It's a unique item. I'm sure that it'll appeal to a lot of people. It's not really something that I would ever find myself displaying. But it is definitely unique. And it is decorative and useful, I suppose. Because it's a easy thing to put up. But, yeah, not the thing for me. But I know a lot of V Schwab fans will absolutely eat this up, and I'm not going to be able to get that back in the box now, am I? But we'll pretend that's as neat as it was when it came out. We then have a little pouchy thing, which is inspired by the Raven Boys, because I can see Murder Squash Song, and the I shouldn't be getting that excited by the words Murder Squash Song, but oh, I am a huge Raven Boys fan. Oh my god! Is this chess? Oh, it's like checkers. It's checkers? It might be chess. No, it is. It's chess. It has the little horses and like little kings and pawns and stuff. And planchettes? I am confused. I am confused, but I am interested. Travel chess. Thoughtfully designed, every element of this travel chess set, from the boards to the pieces themselves, feel steeped inside the magical world of the Raven Cycle. Check inside the monthly magazine for more info about the design details, so it will give you more about how you actually play this. And this is designed by Paperback Bones. This is so fucking cool. The head is 2 eyes, the heart is all fire, and then on the other side it says Dead Welsh Kings, Safe as Life, Excelsior, Arboreus Loci Latine. Oh my god, it's got like basically everything. Like, it's got the Raven King, it's got the ley lines, it's got the freaking tarot cards. Jesus Christ. This is like so intensely filled with like all of the different aspects of the Raven Cycle. That is so freaking cool. I think OwlCrate might have just won it with this. I'm going to be honest. Because this is like not only useful, but like really inventive. It's something that you can take with you so easily. If you've never had a chess set, you now have a chess set. If you don't know how to play chess, you can learn how to play chess with a literary inspired chess set that might encourage people who would never have been interested in it to be interested in it. I am a huge fan of this item. I mean, I love Paperback Bones designs anyway. I think that Tess is a brilliant designer. But this is just next level. Hot damn. I've never had a chest set in any of these boxes. I've been getting these boxes for so long. OwlCrate have been smashing it out the park for like new items this year. Jesus Christ. There is still more to open. I'm too excited. We then also have, Greek Myths pen set. Oh, what if these? Exclusive pen set inspired by the Song of Achilles. What if they're gold gel pens? How handy would that be? They have gold on them. But they're just normal pens, I think. I don't have anything to write on. Yeah, they're just black. That is disappointing. It's not OwlCrate's fault. But one of these says, I am made of memories. And the other one says, I feel like I could eat the world raw. So these are designed by Blissfully Bookish. And I have not read the Song of Achilles yet, but I do have it and I am interested in reading it. And pens are useful. I need pens all the time. I can never get enough pens. So this is a very useful item. And then we also have a bookmark, which says, you may not be able to change the past, but with each action you can change the future. And one must not fear fire to wield it. And those are quotes by June C.L. Tan, who is the author of Jade Fire Gold. So I'm assuming this is going to be inspired by that. Yep, and this is designed by Stella Bookish Art. I'm still excited about the chest set. And we then have the book, which I've never heard of. It's going well though this month for books that, well, like one from a super duper hyped author, but the other two being ones that I haven't heard of or heard much about. I think that's good because it's hyping up unknown authors and it's hyping up smaller authors, and that's always a good thing. It's nice to support new artists. Oh, this Daniel Jose Older is not a new artist. I just haven't heard of this book at all. I thought he was like quite well established, so I'm surprised nobody's talking about this. This is Ballad and Dagger, an Outlaw Saints novel. And this has the little author letter, which has the map of San Mandrigal on there. We've also got the map on the end papers here. We have some under the dust jacket foiling that says, listen to the world, to your own heart, your spirit, your song. And also, I'm assuming that's in Spanish as well. I'm not going to butcher that. And this is also signed. It doesn't say what else Daniel Jose Older has written, but I definitely recognise his name. I just don't know why. Oh, he writes a lot of the Star Wars comics. And he's published 14 novels. Oh my god. I am surprised more people aren't talking about this. And we've also got some under the dust jacket artwork that says, with one thing the world begins, with one thing the world ends, and then it has an alternate cover. So you can actually use this under the dust jacket artwork as a dust jacket rather than it just being artwork, which is really cool. Definitely has a very different vibe to the original artwork, so that's very nice for people who would like have a specific aesthetic for how they want their shelves to look. And it looks like it might be illustrated because it does have lots of like black. Oh, it's just like part breaks throughout, but you can see them like on the pages, or it's splitting into different sections. Damn. So on Ballad and Dagger, the reversible dust jacket art is designed by Golden Rose Art, and the exclusive foil designs are designed by Paperback Bones. And it also says there's one on the back as well. I just keep missing these. Oh, that's really pretty. Every song has its beating heart. Oh my gosh. Why is everybody doing foil on the front and the back this month? That's insane. I can't think of any month where they've all done the same. Oh, okay. This is a tough time. While I think, let me just quickly introduce you to OwlCrate's next theme, which is of romance and rivalry, and every June box will include an exclusive item designed by Riddle and Ravens. And that did not give me enough time to think, because hot damn, this is a tricky decision. If I was just going off of the book design, it would be Book of Night. Because there's something about that white and black contrast that is really appealing to me. I really love the way that Illumicrate have done it. I think that it makes the actual black rip with the moon underneath it look a lot more appealing. And it's definitely a lot more interesting. It sticks in your mind more. However, Illumicrate's items let it down, because you've got a book with black paper that only some people are going to be able to use straight away and everybody else is going to have to buy supplies to use. That's frustrating. A decorative dagger I don't have any use for. A very, very tiny teacup for the person who wants to drink the world's smallest cup of tea, which is never going to be me. So, thanks but no thanks for Illumicrate. I mean, I'm still grateful that I have the book, but yeah, the items, not for me. Then you move on to Fairyloot. The purple of the book is gorgeous. I love it. I love the designs on it. I love the fact that all of the items are useful. But apart from the Red Rising item, because it's Red Rising, none of them really got me all that excited. The mug, really aesthetically beautiful, but I'm not that excited about using it. The tea strainer, I'm a bit apprehensive about using. You've got the bookmarks, which are beautiful, but at the end of the day, they're just decorated card. And the hair scrunchies, again, that quote is like a little bit weird. It's just a little bit strange to have in your hair, but I do appreciate the youthfulness of all of the items. And then you get to OwlCrate, who have the most fascinating item of all, but their book just doesn't really do all that much for me. I like the foiling, I like the dust jacket, but it's not really to my taste. I like the alternative artwork, but even that isn't really like aesthetically pleasing to me. It looks like the kind of book that I would borrow if it was on the library app, but I would never buy. And that makes it difficult to give it the win, because even though the chess set is really freaking cool, it is about the overall box. And I like the bookmark as well as the chess set, but again, it's just cardboard. I like the pens, but I would also be a bit apprehensive about using them because the gold might rub off and then I would be disappointed. So they're like, I could give or take them. A darker shade of magic thing is like interesting, but I won't use it. I've already said I'm giving away the bowl because I'm not a huge fan of Lord of the Rings. And I love the literary luggage pins. But just loving two items and feeling pretty meh towards the others does not a winner make. So it looks like Fairyloot have got it. I'm still kind of umming and ahhing. But yeah, we're going to say Fairyloot's the winner because I like their book customizations. Not as much as Book of Night, but I do still really enjoy the customizations. I will use the items, perhaps not straight away, but I will use them at some point. And I just think overall, their box was my favourite out of the three. If I had to pick, like if they'd gone online and I'd seen the contents of each and I had to pick just one to order, it would be Fairyloot. It would be close, don't get me wrong, but it would be the Fairyloot one. So we're going to go with Fairyloot as a winner, but with special mentions to Illumicrate for the beautiful book design and to OwlCrate for this amazing item, because my little Raven Boy's heart is absolutely over the moon to own this, and I wish I could give it just to this item, but the rest of the box just doesn't do enough for me to be able to call it a winner. So congratulations to Fairyloot for winning the May book box battle. If you like this video, please give it a like, and if you'd like to subscribe, I would be super duper grateful. Please let me know down in the comments whether you agree with my decision or whether you think I should have gone with one of the others, because I've got a feeling a lot of people are going to love this Illumicrate box, and I know it's an unpopular opinion that I don't love the whole box, but that's where we are. We'll see you again in a couple of days with another video. Thank you for watching. Bye!